So we ready to put this gasket on and get to work on this boy, because it's been already about a week. She's been out of commission, so it's time to get it back running. So the gasket is on. Finna go grab the head and mount it on. Alright, so I got the head mounted on with the gasket on. I just hand tightened the bolts. They ain't torqued or anything. I went and printed this out. I've heard some people say 60 pounds, and I heard some people say 65 pounds. But see, right here I got 65. Here go the torque sequence. Look at that guy, photo bombing my print paper. Yeah, I got all my head bolts torqued, and I got all my rocker arms on. So I had filled up my crankcase with diesel so I could clean it up, because I had water in there. I accidentally spilled water in there removing my head, so I took all the oil off and I added diesel in there. Oh, this is filling up fast. It ain't stopping anytime soon. Alright, so I'm gonna leave the diesel draining overnight, close it up and add new oil. Stupid RTV dried up on me. We're gonna have to use this one. Just some little drops right there. Just so I can hold my gasket up. I'll put some more on top of it. So right there is cool. So that's what I mean. Alright, so I'm gonna put a little bit right there on the top of that corner of the gasket, just so I can make sure I got 100% seal. We won't have to worry about that. Just gonna put a little bit, just like that much. Same thing over here, over there, and over there. We good with that. Alright, while I let it tack up, I'm gonna take a wire brush and clean all my bolts. There go that monster. Alright, so I got all my bolts cleaned up. It's time to put the intake on. That should be tacky enough. It's been about 15 minutes. 10-15 minutes. Alright, I'm also putting a little dab of silicone on it, just so I don't get the oil coming out. Alright, so I got the bolts all hand tight. It's already tacked up enough. And I got the torque sequence here, and they're all supposed to be torqued at 25 pounds. I'm gonna do this and call it a night, because my phone battery's dying, I got no more flash, and the sun's going down. And I just got invited to a Bible study. I gotta hurry up and do this before the silicone dries out. So I'll be right back. Alright, so she's all torqued up. I'm leaving this alone for the night, and I'll come back probably tomorrow. Alright, so this is where I left off yesterday. Today we're gonna drop the dizzy in there, and right now I got my number one cylinder at top dead center, so it should be easy. So right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at the oil pump shaft and try and adjust it so where the distributor could just fall in place and have my rotor facing number one like that. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna try and adjust this oil pump shaft so it could kind of face towards number one cylinder. And it'll be something like maybe 4 o'clock position, not sure, but we'll get it right. Alright, so I turned it almost to like 4 o'clock. So let's see what it does whenever we drop the distributor in there. The distributor should automatically point to number one when it drops. There it goes. Man, I suck at holding the camera. We're gonna leave it like that. We're gonna kind of lock it in just by hand, because we're still gonna need to adjust it once we turn it on. Alright, I got the carb on, put the cap on, putting my manifolds on right now. So I just put all the bolts on, but I put them loosely and then pulled back on the manifolds so I could just slide these in there and just drop them. See, they got these little hangers, so all you do is just drop them. Then you got one of these. I have double hangers on one side. It's located which side of your head got the double bolts. For this case, my number one bank, my bank one has them in the front. My bank two has them in the back. So that's where I'm putting these at. So that's done. All I gotta do is just bolt those on, and we're good. I'm gonna see if I can put the other manifold on too, and then because I'm not sure what would be easier, if I put my manifolds on, bolt them onto the block, or if I should bolt the manifolds to the flange of the white pipe and then bolt them on the block. But I'll find out. Alright, I went ahead and put the manifold on for this side. And I put my water neck on. Put my power steering pump on. The belts is gold. Actually, I gotta tighten up my alternator and adjust it. But might call it a night. Pick back up tomorrow. Alright, new day, new blessings. I got my jack stand and I got my jack underneath the exhaust pipe so I can help push it up because I'm working by myself. I'm gonna wrap this donut in aluminum foil. I heard that people do that, but it doesn't hold up for a long time. So I'm just trying to have it hold up for a while, just enough so I can get some headers. So all this stuff it's gonna be obsolete in the future. So bear with me. Alright, so here go my donut. For my guess, it can't get any worse than what it was. So hopefully this will just hold up for a while until I get some headers. So this is harder than I thought. Working by yourself. I had to put the donut on the flange with rubber bands. I'm gonna lift up on the white pipe, start the bolts, and snip the rubber bands right before I lock it in place. Alright, so I got it on pretty tight, and we'll see how it leaks. If it leaked like it used to, I'm gonna just leave it alone. If it leaked more than it did, I'm gonna just take it to a shop where I could get the header started. Alright, we're at the finish line right now. What I'm finna do next is I'm gonna pour the oil over my rocker arms. That way I don't get a dry start. I'm gonna do it on both sides, but I'm gonna do it off camera because I need both hands, try not to make a mess. I already put water on it. Yeah, I did use water, but I am gonna flush it out once I see everything's running right, and then I'm gonna add coolant. Same thing with the oil. I am adding new oil, but it's Walmart oil, so that's not gonna be my legit oil. So once everything's running right, water coming out, oil coming out, and I'm gonna do a real oil change, and I'm gonna add coolant. Come on, man. What seems to be the problem, Mr. Officer? Oh, I think I might have flooded the carb. Well, the good news is that the cylinder that was once putting out 50 is now putting out 120. Alright, so here go the water paper. It blew out from number 1. And I hand cranked it to put it at 0. So right now it's top dead center compression stroke. Let's see what the verdict is. Ugh. Wow, 180. Alright, let's see what it does. Ooh, there she goes. Started right up. So I'm gonna go ahead and adjust all this stuff. I hear a little clicking. One of these is not right. So, man, I'm glad it turned on. There she is, bro. All wrapped up. Man, God is good. You know, I'm no mechanic, bro, and I have very minimal understanding on how engines work and stuff like that, bro. But every morning I ask God for wisdom, bro, to get me closer and closer to finishing my car. And look at that, bro. God did this, not me. I'm just cleaning up the engine bay a little bit. Tie wrapping anything that's loose, out of the ordinary. You know what I'm saying? Just making it look nice. Next thing, electric fans, man. That's why I put my fan shroud back on, because I'm planning on doing electric fan conversion soon, real soon. And I need me some AC. It's hot in Texas. So there she is, man. All cleaned up, looking nice. Yeah.